Alrighty. Yo, is this thing on? Haha. No, I'm kidding. What's up, guys? What we doing? Okay, let's just do. Yo, what's up? What's up, STDs? You hopped in fast. Love to see that. I'm just gonna do a random battle or two. While we wait. For more people to join. Homework or 502 live stream? I mean, that's an easy decision, bro. You already. I think we both know the correct decision. You got the notification this time. Let's go. And Thunderwave misses. What a great start to the live stream. All right, we're just gonna protect here. I guess I can go tough. That's fine. Fire Blast is sick. Yeah, I think we both know the correct decision here. So. You know, me personally, I would choose the 502 live stream. You know, the homework can wait, right? The 502 live stream, I mean, I'm live once every 7 months. You know, this is like, it's like a solar eclipse. Yo, what's up, Phil? How we doing? Yo, I have no idea what the little crown next to your name means, but, oh, it means you're a top fan. SCDs has got you beat, Phil. How does that feel? Yeah, you thought you were gonna be hating me? No, I'm hating you, boy. Bruh. Alright, nah, I'm just playing. Love you, Phil. Glad you could join. Even if you're just gonna hate on me the whole time. I don't know how, dude. I really don't. You put like 3 comments on every single video. It makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, STD's got you there, brother. Can't refute that logic. Alright, let's go Duraludon. 21%. Yikes. Tauros, what are we doing? Ah, just kidding. I have an RCS Rock. I just need to figure out when to bring it in. I think Toadsquirrel right now is to play, though. Body Press. Yeah, that's doing nothing. I could throw off a Toxic. There's no way you just did that, bro. There's actually no way. Oh, wait. I can EP. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. They are. And I do really appreciate you, Phil, for always doing that. I can't thank you enough, genuinely. I am certain you are half the reason my channel is not completely in the grave, honestly. Alright, how do I beat this guy? Probably just doing what I just did, actually. I think I just found the way out. Yep. Excellent. Alright. And, how do I beat this thing? I guess I have Fire Blast on tough. You're probably not gonna be BP and Ironhead, right? Why is there an Eternatus in my face right now, dude? I'm using a freaking Wigglytuff. What are we doing, dude? That's crazy. Alright, how do I beat this thing? I think I just lose, actually. Honestly, Arceus kind of looks free, so I might just sack this piece of... Oh, wow. That's definitely not real. Let's go Toadsquirrel. I boost engagement so then I can make more hateful comments. I boost engagement harder. I touch 502 while he plays. Oh my, yo, ban him, get him out. That's crazy. All right, how do I beat this guy? Because there's no way you stay in here, right? Like 0 chance. Right? Yeah, okay, I'm goated for that play. Dude, no way you stay in to eat the Fire Blast. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, you're really just gonna stay in and eat the Fire Blast. Let's go. Yo. Yeah, Phil, you bring a Diddy vibe to the chat that some people are just too, you know, they just don't get it, you know? And I miss another blast. That's crazy. I missed so many moves this game, and yet we're actually still in a very good position, which just never happens, honestly. So I guess I can revel in that. Free Thunderwave here. How do you become a member of... How is Stream Elements number 3? That doesn't surprise me. I don't even see that on my screen, hilariously. W. Bruxius. That's a Basque Legion, my guy. But close enough, I guess. Alright. Alright. Oh, that's a nasty Wisp, bro. You've got to be kidding. Whatever. Stone Edge. Wow. That did literally nothing. Alright. Time to Leaf Storm with Mr. Cruel. Okay. I forgot he had... I forgot he was an Ice type. I'm not even going to lie. I genuinely forgot. Time to flip with Basque. How to become 502 member? That's a great question, Phil. Hold on. I'll look into that in like just 1 second. Are you on mobile right now, Phil, or are you watching on PC? I would probably assume you're on mobile. Let me see if there's a way to do it. I feel like for some reason you have to be on PC to become a member, but I could be wrong. No. Okay, so you go to my channel and there should be a join button. Okay, yeah. So if you go to the Mr. 502 channel, there should be a join button at the top. I believe that's how that works. That when I yo, wait, okay, let me look at this. Nah, sources says, oh, I am live. That is true. Great. Your sources are very accurate, Mr. Phil. I do appreciate your sources. Great sources. I should add a command for that, for Discord. That's funny. I don't know if it's on mobile. You might have an outdated version. I just looked at Poke. Don't judge me. I just looked at Mr. Pokeaim MDs though, and Mr. Pokeaim MDs said that I could join the channel by clicking on the channel itself. Here, maybe let me. Oh, that was a nice Passimian swap, by the way. But I think I do just win the game if I Calm Mind at this point and click the Terra button, assuming he's gonna CC here. Oh, that's some far more sinister, and unfortunately he gets a poison of a lifetime, dude. Oh, that's so gross, dude. That's so gross. Are you serious? Alright. Dude, this game is just like dissipating in front of my eyes, bro. This is so painful. That's actually insane. Alright, whatever. Dazzling Gleam probably wins. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a nasty crit. You can't see it on his either? You might just have an out-of-date. I don't want to, like, assume you have an out-of-date version, Phil, but you might have an out-of-date version. Not gonna cap. Maybe I should add a command. Should I add a command to the chat to, like, let people join the club? I think I should do that. Yo, type 1 if I should... Just shut up, Carter. Alright. Oh, that is weird. Huh. So, I actually just logged in with an alternative channel, and there was no way to, like, do it. That's so bizarre. Because, like, I was able to immediately do it on... hold on, I'm gonna get a feedback loop here. I was immediately able to join on, yeah, that's so weird. That's so bizarre. Okay, so here's another method, actually. Okay, so Phil, here's a secondary method. If you go to my description, it says join the club, become a member, and if you click on that link, that'll get you to it as well. So that's the alternate method I have. Oh my gosh, that literally didn't even... Okay, I'll protect. Yeah, I'm gonna protect. I'm gonna wish. I'm gonna get my wish back up. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Does Bascu double? I don't know. We'll just Dazzling Gleam here and get some chip off. Okay, that's a sick para, dude. Yeah, that's super inconsistent, Phil. I don't know what's up with that. Where does it say that? In the description, it says of the video. And by the video, I mean live stream. So if you're watching the live stream, go to the more button right under the title. Oh, my opponent forfeited. Probably because I was taking too long. I do apologize, AD on VGC. I was being not a very good opponent there. I was taking my sweet ass time between turns. Phil, if you want me to, I could send a screenshot to the Discord. If you want, if you would like me to. Should we get started? Should we get started, though, is the question with talking about... What's up, dude? What's up, dude? I don't have my VPN on. Oh, yep, that'll do it. That will do it. I should probably put the link to this thing in chat, actually, now that I think about it. It's not available in the country? Dang, bro. That's so tough, actually. That's so tough. What? Yo, how do I share this stream? Oh, I got it. Good lord. I swear, I'm like actually Unk status, I swear. Hey, what's up, Nichols? What's up, dude? Glad you make it. Yo, STD is just putting random numbers in chat. Hell yeah, Phil. I appreciate you so much, dude. Thank you. Hey, no pressure if you don't end up doing it, but I appreciate you a ton. Thank you for being a day one. I appreciate you. All right, should we get on with the draft league shenanigans? I feel like it might be time to get on with the draft league shenanigans. So, I should make that the command, actually. Hold on, I'm coming. I bet. Wait, where are you going, though, SCDs? Hold on, I'm coming. Where? Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'd be freeloading. Oh, yo, SCDs, you're in the Discord. What's up, dude? Heck yeah, dude. Oh, you joining the draft, then? Should I get... You want me to add you in? I think you can see the channel. I'm not sure if I'm allowing people to like talk in it right now though. Let me look at that real quick. How do we do this? Advanced permissions. Yeah, it says you can view the channel, but it does not allow you to send messages. What is the draft? Okay, yeah, let's talk about that first. So, also, everyone say hi to STDs. I know there's only 3 of you in chat, and Phil's like one of them, and you already said hi, so thank you. But STDs, that's a day one right there. Technically, number one fit. It's a military draft. Yeah, you're actually going to go to, it's actually a military draft to see if you're going to Palestine or Israel. Nah. Okay, so, bias STDs. So, the draft is... It's a Pokemon Showdown draft, so it's not on cartridge, which I know most of these drafts are on cartridge, but I didn't want to do it on cartridge because, one, I can't record on cartridge because I have a Switch Lite, so I don't even know if there's a way to do that. And 2, because I feel like cartridge makes it a lot more, it's like a hurdle for people to be able to join the... Hey, thanks for the confetti. It makes it harder for people to like join the draft, right? Like Showdown's accessible to pretty much everyone, right? So it's gonna be on Showdown, and the draft rules are so it's basically just a normal draft. It's a snake draft format, so you know I'm gonna randomize the order, and then first person is gonna get the first draft pick, and you're gonna pick a Pokemon. And then I think we have 12 people right now, so the 12th person is gonna get a pick. And then as soon as, like, after the 12th person gets a pick, the 12th person is going to get a second pick immediately, and it's going to go back up the order. And then the one hole will get the second and third pick back to back. So, the format, though, is it's Scarlet and Violet OU, but there's one twist on the SV OU rule set, and that is you are allowed 1 Uber Pokemon. It is a not restricted Uber Pokemon with the exception of the mythicals, so Shaman Sky is allowed, and who's the other one? Oh shoot, are we banning Terrapagos? I feel like Terrapagos might actually need to be banned. What do you guys think? I'm gonna let you guys decide. What do we think? Should Terrapagos be banned or not? I'm literally just letting you guys make this up on the fly. You guys are getting to decide the rules. Alright, well, I'll let you guys brew on that. He said Bruxus was Uber. That is true. Bruxus is Uber. You could draft Bruxus in the one hole if you want to. You can lead Terrapagos. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll let... Overrated. Ooh. Might ban Terra for it, though. I might rule to ban Terra for it, but then it'd be just an OU Pokemon, so... I don't know, guys. Like, I don't have, I also don't have Calyrex I. Wait, hold on. Is Terrapagos considered a restricted? That's going to actually make the big difference. Is Terrapagos considered a restricted? Restricted legendary. Oh, okay. It is a restricted legendary. Okay. Okay, so that actually makes my life a whole lot easier, because There's no debate then. We're just gonna be a little lazy, okay? I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is how we're doing it. I am not a Google Drive. This isn't Google Drive. This is Google Sheets. I'm not a freak in the sheets, unfortunately. That's probably why I don't have a girl. But Traffic Ghost is gone. Okay. I'm glad we looked that up. Thanks, guys, for helping me figure that one out. So, yeah, you get 1 Ubers. You're able to draft 1 Uber's Pokemon, not restricted. So, you can draft Volcarona, you can draft your Shifus, you draft Shaman, Regeliki, all those guys. You're allowed 2 OU/UUBL guys. You're allowed 3 UU/RUBL guys, and you're allowed 4 RDU/NUBL guys. So, you should have a team of 10. There's also a specific draft rule I'm doing where you are allowed to pick up 1 undrafted Pokemon every week. So the idea with this is, say you drafted poorly, like your team is very bad against Palafin, right? You have 10 guys who all suck against Palafin. So if your week comes around to fight Palafin, you can, for example, if I'm not mistaken about its ranking, Gastrodon's an RU Pokemon. So like that's a bad example. Oh my gosh, CTE, bruh. But like Tatsugiri, for example, if you want to get a Storm Drain guy to beat him, you could like draft Tatsugiri for the week, and that would take care of that. Wait, is this how like Pokeaim would be doing these drafts? No, Pokeaim has a very different system from what I looked up. Pokeaim's system is like he assigns a point value to each Pokemon, and you're allowed a certain amount of points of who you can draft. So it's a little bit different because I'm just using the tiering system, and I'm not using a specific like a point system or anything. Like in his, like I feel like I think in one of his draft leagues you're like, it's like 115 points. You can draft 9 to 11 guys, and like Iron Valiant, for example, is like 19 points. So like that's a high point total Pokemon. Or like Cutie Fly would be 1 point, for example. I'm just using the tiering system because wait, do I got a team build? I'm so ass at team building, I just realized. I mean, kind of. The main team building you're doing is when you're drafting, to be honest. And then when you have your 10 Pokemon, plus if you want to, okay, we're lagging. That's not great. If you want to, you're drafted, you're free agent. So you basically have 11 Pokemon to work with, and you can change those sets every single week. You're not stuck with EVs, with moves, abilities. You can change all that every single week, and I hope my YouTube is not just like crashed here, because that would be very awkward. Yeah, that's tough. I'm sure it'll figure itself out though, and if it doesn't, then we'll just I don't know, we'll just end it all, I guess. But in the meantime, we'll keep talking and yapping, and hopefully it doesn't look too bad. About to shock the world with these wicked sets. Yeah, that's the fun part about draft though, right? Like, you know your opponent's team, so they're restricted in how many what Pokemon they can bring, but you're also restricted in what Pokemon you can bring and what set. So it allows you to be creative. It forces you to be creative with the things you get. And yeah, you run unorthodox sets a lot. Pocket Stone Edge Detar. There you go. You should draft Gliscor, Phil, to get that real like mysterious Stone Edge going. That's the play right there. So that's basically the idea of it. I'm personally a fan of like Juggernaut type gameplay, which in this case your Uber is your Juggernaut basically, and you're building around that and building against that. But the idea is with the free agent system allowing you 1 Pokemon in the NU tier below, you could grab like a niche Shitmon and like use that to beat the opponent's Uber, right? If you like had a bad draft or something, you know. So that way the Uber has some kind of like check and balance. That's the idea. So without further ado, I think we should all get on with it. I built a box of every single Uber you're allowed to bring. And basically, I just want to do like a mock draft of like, not like a mock draft, sorry, but like I want to do like a mock, like, okay, if you want to use Annihilate, here's who I would recommend, basically. So that's the archetype thing we're going for right now. So let's just, we can know, do you guys have any preferences on who you'd like me to go with first? Or if not, I'm just going to go in alphabetical order. Trying to do T-Tar, Exadrill, Gastro Core. That's a sick core, actually, Phil. If you get that, props to you. I'll try not to purposely steal any of that. However, I will say, if I need to steal one of those, I'm going to. But I don't think that's what I'm going to go for. I think, personally, don't tell anyone this. But, I mean, you can tell people that, I don't care. But I think I'm going to try and go in order. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm going to try and go with the Snow Core, I think is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get someone. Nice. Alright, let us go in order. So that when you go back in the VOD, you can go, like, name by name. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Phil. That makes the most sense to me as well. So let's start with Annihilate. I hope I spelled that right. Alright, let's get a center going. Bold, italic. Okay. So Annihilate. Annihilate is an interesting one because it's pretty predictable in what it's going to go for. Your ability's probably almost always going to be Defiant, but you have some item options, right? You go Leftovers. I can see Heavy Duty Boots. I remember my favorite set when it was allowed was a Chestoberry Rest, Bulk Up, Rest, Rage Fist. Oh my goodness, cannot type. Drain Punch. This was my personal. Weather War Draft is crazy. I think that's what it's going to end up being, low-key. I really do. This was my personal, like, favorite set to run. And then, like, Max Spadef. That was pretty much the set I ran when I was running Annihilate. So, like, there's you can mix stuff up. Terra Water. Annihilate is a Terra Hog, but it has so many good Terras. Honestly, I could see... my main thing with this Uber's draft league is I honestly think we're going to have a vote a few weeks in and ban Terra on the Uber Pokemon is what I think is going to happen. And by the way, I do want this to be a democratic seminar. Like, I want this league to be democratic, at least for the first season, so that way we can figure out together what we're doing and what works best. And you guys are allowed to have input in this because you guys are the day ones. Before my channel hits 1 trillion subscribers, obviously. So, yeah. If you guys have suggestions or anything, let me know. The vote said we're doing SVOU with 1 Uber, though. So, we're going to keep it... We're going to keep... Democratic. Yeah, but, like... Yeah, this is singles. This is singles SCDs. Yeah, there's only 4 of you in the chat right now. But, like, I'm saying, like, as the weeks go on, like, if people want something or suggest something, drop it in chat and we'll talk about it. And I want to be open to those ideas and want to keep them open to votes. That's my point with that. Obviously, this isn't very democratic because it's just the 3 of us kind of just chilling right now. But, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, though, you know, now's the time to bring them up. So, Annihilate. It's always going to be a physical attacker, so you don't have to worry about it running some mixed bull crap. It does have a decent amount of good moves. It also has Earthquake. Encore has been super popular in the meta. Decent coverage with fire, the punches. Does it have knockoff access? It does not have knockoff access, so that's probably the one thing it doesn't have that you probably wish it had. It can also be a stealth rocker taunter. It can also be like a lead set because it does have final gambit as well, so you could run like a lead Annihilate. I wouldn't recommend that personally because your Uber guy's your strongest guy, so you probably don't want to use it as like a lead off, but you have some set variability, right? So you can either use this as like a lead, like stealth rock taunt set, or you can use what I think is going to be the more popular set, a Spadef bulk up set, because this is probably going to be the most fun set. You're so right, Phil. That is so true. So, Annihilate. Who do we want for teammates for Annihilate? That is the question. So, we do have a draft board here. I've combined OU and UUBL, guys. Who do we want for teammates for Annihilate? Well, to be honest, if you're running Annihilate as a lead, it probably doesn't really matter who you're running as your OU or UUBL guys. You just don't want to draft another lead. So probably you don't want Deoxys speed unless you're running some gimmicky attack set, which is, you know, also possible. You probably don't want to draft Glamora if you're going to run it as a lead set. Let's see what else. Meow is kind of a common lead, so probably don't want to pick that. There are some things, though, you might want to take off the board. Yo, lightning shot. Bro, come on. That can't be your first message in chat, right? That's crazy. There might be some guys you want to take off the board, and Zapdos is one of them. I might recommend taking Zapdos off the board just because Zapdos counters Annihilate so hard, right? Like, Rage Fist does a lot, but if you get staticked, it could be GG. Zapdos also has good Hurricane, strong Hurricane damage. If you're going to be a Terra Water type, you can easily Volt Switch or Discharge on it. Another hater. Phil, you're such an instigator, bruh. So if I'm you, I might want to recommend taking Zapdos off the board. Yo, Mochi, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Let's go, baby. Chat's getting busy now. Dude, honestly, like, Annihilate is so hard to build into, honestly. It really is. It's like, what other teammates would you want? I think you would want teammates that would set up hazards, right? Like, I think you would want... So, like, I'm going to keep Zapdos up here, but I'm also going to put Glamora, even though we talked about, like, not wanting as a lead. Like, if you're running a lead Annihilate, then you're... you probably, like... Can you work? Okay, whatever. I don't know. If you're running, like, if you're not running a lead Annihilate, you probably want Glamora, right? Set up hazards, force your opponent to make switches, let Annihilate get bulk ups, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know how it goes. Rillaboom, Raging Bolt, Lando. Dude, that's actually a great point. Rillaboom is UUBL, I believe, right? Yes. I'm actually going to swap out Zap for Rillaboom. I don't think counter, like, picking your opponent's, like, Pokemon that you want off the board is the play. Rillaboom's grassy terrain is very good with Annihilate. It allows it to get more passive recovery, allowing it to bulk up more, allowing it to eat more hits for Rage Fist, allowing it more healing opportunities. That's a great point. Great call out with the Rillaboom. I'm not sure about Lando or Raging Bolt though. I don't think they've ever been in a meta together. Oh no, Phil, how'd you drop to 3, dude? What in the world? How does that work, man? That's so bizarre. I cannot believe it. Please don't use CB anymore. It is so bad. CB? Choice Band? Yeah, I'm with that. I don't like Choice Band either, honestly. Alright, so we'll put that. I think this is a good, like, start for Annihilate team. For your UU/RUBL, where is Ninetales at? Ninetales Alola. Ninetales Alola is going to be a hot commodity. You probably want Ninetales Alola, right? Wow, why can I not find it? Dude, I'm like, bruh, my eyes are just not working right now. I thought it was... Has it dropped? How far is my girl Ninetales dropped? It's in Inu. Okay. Ooh, that's going to be drafted quick. I'm telling you. That thing is going to be drafted quick. So, I would recommend grabbing Ninetales Ado because of its screen support. Screen support is so important. Yeah, I would highly recommend Ninetales, especially if you're doing a bulk up set. Doing a bulk up set, you definitely want Ninetales A. I like Choice Band Bruxish. You dropped ranking because I'm messaging so much. Mochimo, Phil has literally been messaging so much, dude. I'm so confused on how those work. So Ninetales isn't even on the draft board because it's in you and below, but I would probably recommend getting a Ninetales Alolan to set up your screens. You just sacrifice one of your RU picks for that because it really is that important. Do you guys remember? I'm getting a flash cannon up then. Get my money up. No way, dude. Down. No
502
way.
hate chain.
Phil, I love you, dog. I love you, bro. Dude, You made my night. Thank you so much, dude. Yo, get in the... Yo, SCDC took your chain, bro. That's one way to get the #1 spot. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Yo, thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. Yo, this video is gonna be like 7 hours long, dude, at this rate. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of like other partners who are good with Annihilate. Like if I was building with Annihilate, the thing is though, pretty much everyone is good with Annihilate, right? You just want to be able to wear your opponent down, probably get some hazards up and call it a day. I would think Rotom Wash would be really good actually. Rotom Wash gives you pivoting power. It can spread paralysis or burn depending on what you want. It can give your opponent a choice scarf, which I think is very valuable. Let me get my money. No, don't do a donation war, guys. I mean, that would be the end of the world, am I right? But, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm cringing myself out. So I feel like Rotom W is actually a great choice, giving you pivoting power. I think pivoting is a very powerful thing with Annihilate because it allows Annihilate to come in, eat, and especially if Rotom's running like a choice scarf or something, right? You can go before your opponent and then allow Annihilate to eat the hit. Bulk up Annihilate, Alola, Mola, Slowking, G, Pivot, Spam. Slowking could also be a great pick, actually. Let's see what is Slowking. Slowking's UU. I would probably recommend picking up a Slowking. If you're not going to pick up Rotom Wash, Slowking is also a great pick because of its pivoting power, setting up future sight traps, spreading paralysis, which if you're running a bulky Annihilate set, you're probably going to want to spread some paralysis. Yeah, no Slowking Galar. We already used our OU picks, and I think Rillaboom and Glimmora are both more important, if I'm being honest. I know, Mochimo. I know, Slowking's fallen off hard, but, like, honestly, in this league, like, the power levels are going to be so much, like, so diminished that it's, like, it's fine, right? Like, it's fine. I feel like it's going to be fine, right? Like, Slowking will find a place. So you probably want some things to beat some ground types. I know Rillaboom's already on the team. You got Ninetales A. You probably want some things to beat ghost types. No, not ghost types, sorry. Like Psychics. We probably want to add a dark type to the team, right? Let's look for a dark type. I'm thinking like Low Kicks would actually be a great pick. I'm going to use Low Kicks as the third UU guy. Low Kicks provides pivoting. It allows for strong dark types. I know most of the time it just goes for first impression. But honestly, I don't hate drafting a second dark type in the RU and UBL tier either to help cover weaknesses of Annihilate. Bisharp is actually calling my name right now. Not gonna lie, Bisharp is calling my name. I'm gonna use Bisharp in this slot to add another dark type to the team and bolster our help us defeat fairy types for one, but the main one being psychic types. You probably, and it also does help with flying types as well. You also have Rotom Wash for flying types, so this is just Reg G, but Single's not gonna lie. Yeah, kinda, that's fair. All right, we got 2 more picks though. Let's see what else we want to do. You don't really need Magnezone. You don't need your Trap Steel types. What do we want? What could be good? I don't hate Umbreon if we didn't already have Bisharp, right? I feel like Umbreon's not a bad pick. I'm actually gonna put Bisharp / Umbreon here. I feel like that's fair to say, right? And we could even do like Rotom W / Slowking. And I might change like one of the UU picks real quick. You probably want some speed control on this team. We don't have a lot of speed control right now, which we definitely want some speed control. You don't want this slow team. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Obviously, you want Hawlucha. Hawlucha for synergy with Rillaboom. Obviously, you want Hawlucha. I can't believe... How come none of you guys told me that? Boo. That's crazy. I can't believe none of y'all told me that. How could you? How could y'all betray me? Alright, it's fine. I don't hate Porygon at Z as, like, speed control. I still feel like we need some speed control. We also probably want some hazard removal, which we do have Glamora for. We technically have Hawlucha for, but I'm going to use Talonflame as a pick for hazard control. And then, yes, continue watching. Let's, yeah, let's pick some other hazard control, though, too. Not just Talonflame. Talonflame does add some speed control, though, as well, which is really good. Who do we have as spinners? I mean, this is where you could... This actually is where... Yeah, Cressy. Yeah, fair enough, Mochi. This is where... trying to think right now. Brain's not really working. Like, maybe another slow pivoter. Or even a fast pivoter could be good. I don't hate the idea of Rabombi, actually. What am I doing, bro? Good lord. Just fumbling through all my tabs. I'm actually going to go Rabombi in the last slot because of its hazard control and because of its Sticky Web. Sticky Web looks like it would be very good with this team with... actually, no. I actually hate the Rabombi pick. Is there maybe an Inu guy we want instead? I honestly don't think I just get Sceptile. Mew? I don't hate Mew. I don't hate the idea of Mew. I guess what would Mew be for, though? Like, as a lead, as a Dragon Dancer, as a Body Press Stored Power guy? That'd be my main question with using Mew. You know what? I'm actually going to put Talonflame / Noivern here. Because I feel like they kind of fill the same role. Okay. I'm okay with that. You know what? Let's go Mew and let's call it a day because we got to keep going. We're already, what? How long are we into this? We might do this over multiple days. I might do this tomorrow as well, actually. Because how long are we at already? 37 minutes. Oh my goodness, guys. This stream's ever. We're going to have to do multiple parts for this. I just decided. All right, let's do Archaludin, though. Archaludin is so much easier, and I'm already getting ahead of myself here. Archaludin. All right. And obviously, the first pick we want is Pelipper, but if we can't get Pelipper, we're going to get Politoed. And where's Politoed in the meta these days? Politoed. In UBL. Okay. So that's an RU pick right there. So this is our... Actually, we just need to do OU/RU because it doesn't matter if it's BL or not. What matters is that it's considered OU, an OU pick. You can do late explosion Mew. Yeah, that's true. Mew could be a good lead if you don't want to run Glamora that week. Mew's low-key nasty because it could be a defog one match and the next it'll be an offensive beast. Yeah, exactly. I feel like Mew is like low-key a great draft mon, honestly. But Archaludin. Obviously, we want Pelipper or Politoed. We want a Drizzle guy, first of all. And if we can't get a Drizzle guy, we're going to get Klefki or something. And I honestly don't even hate having Klefki as, like, a backup pick. But we don't need to draft Klefki into the later rounds. Because I don't think many people are going to be drafting Klefki, like, in the early rounds. But Klefki is a great... Klefki could even be a good, like, a free agent pick, honestly. I did just see a Pokemon who would be good, though, while searching for Klefki, and that was Keldeo. Yeah, I think Keldeo could be a good UU guy, but I don't think he's our #1 priority. I think our #1 priority is going to be a Swift Swim guy. So, our Swift Swim options. Yo, Phil, you got in! Oh my gosh, let's go, baby. Welcome to the club, Phil. Dude, bro. You're my goat, Phil. I don't know how else to... Are you gonna play? Thank you. I don't know how else to say it, Phil. Yes, you got the... Yes, sir, you got the emotes. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all you've done, Phil. Not gonna lie, Phil. I'm not kidding. You're one of the fan... You're one of the... Not fans. You're more than a fan at this point, obviously. And you know that. But, like, you're one of the people that, like, if I don't post, like... I know, like, I'm going to be letting you down, you know. Waited 7 months. Was it worth it? That notification is pretty cool. I think that might be the first time that's played, honestly. which is pretty sick. All right, we want a Swift Swing guy next, but honestly, it's not our #1 priority because those are like, they're so far down in the draft. If it's me, I'm going to wait till like this round, and I'm either going to get Basque Legion or the more likely pick, Barraskewda, which is an Inu guy. And then I'm probably going to get Kingdra as well. And Kingdra's ZUBL, right? So that would also be considered Inu. No, that'd be considered PU actually. Is it really a ZUBL guy? Oh my god, Kingdra's Fallen Opera. I would recommend. No, I just enjoy the Pokeslot. I was looking for my credit card, that's why it took so long between chats, but now we bang. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Certified partier. You are certified indeed, my friend. If you don't get your Discord thing, let me know, and I'll manually give it to you. I've had problems with that in the past, but if your Discord and YouTube are synced up, you should have it in the Discord. But if you don't, let me know, and I'll manually put it on you. Okay. So, what other rain guys do we need, really? I think Manaphy's not a bad choice, honestly. What other guys do we have? What are some OU guys? That's the question. I don't hate Ojapin. I don't hate Raging Bolt. I don't even hate Walking Weight, to be honest. Zapdos is probably your best pick, though. Let's go ahead and pencil Zapdos in for the second OU guy. Oh my goodness. Mr. 502, what are you doing? Alright, so that's what I would do. I would do like Pelipper and then Zapdos is probably what I do for my OU guys. I think Pelipper is going to be a hot commodity though, even without Archaludin. So I genuinely see a world where you don't get Pelipper. So that's when I would take Zapdos. And then I probably get my other OU guy next immediately. You probably want, you get away with something that would, what, like a Grass Steel, something that like resists fire or whatever, right? So like Iron Crown probably wouldn't be a bad pick. Golden Ghost probably not a bad pick. Scizor is an OU guy now, man. I actually don't hate Scizor. Let's go ahead and get Scizor. That also allows you to have a default guy, and of course this is in the case that you cannot get Pelipper. Scizor is your second OU pick. Pekkarunt. I don't hate Pekkarunt either, honestly. Actually, yeah, let's do Scizor / Pekkarunt. Honestly, let's do this draft as if we're getting ideal circumstances. So, let's just go ahead and pick Pelipper. Honestly, would you rather have Politoed though? Because then that frees up an OU slot. I don't know. I actually think you might, honestly. I honestly think you would, because I think Pelipper is going to be gone. So I think you'd rather have the OU slot up freed. So that's what we'll do. Politoed is what? In UBL, so it's RU. Yeah, it's an RU guy. Okay, cool. That's what I would do, personally. Alright, so now you got Barraskewda, Kingdra. So now you get 3 UU guys. And obviously, I'm going to put my boy Greninja in. The rules... Yes, that is true. SCDs... I am scared to fight you. You do have 100. You do have that over my head right now. And then I think Keldeo is also a great pick. And just so you guys know, this is in the league, the format tab with the league rules, the form rules. But Greninja and Ash Greninja are the same. So you can run Protean or Battle Ball, or if you really want, you could run Torn. Stone Edge or Rock Slide T-Tard Predict gonna be bang for me. Oh, it does destroy. Yeah, it'll destroy that Zapdos for sure. All right, let's figure out our last UU guy. I actually think the obvious pick here is either Tornadus Therian or Thundurus T, and I believe those are both UU guys, correct? Thundurus T and Torn T are both. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. That's I think our best UU pick. And then maybe as like what Ubers are allowed again. Pretty much any non-restricted Uber. And that includes mythicals though too. So Annihilate, Archaludon, Bax, Xianpao, Chiyu, Dio. I probably need to zoom in. I just realized I should zoom in for y'all. I apologize. Okay. Can you work with me, Google Slides? Okay, cool. So Deodio, Espathra, Flutter, Galgene, Iron Bundle, Lando, Magirna, Ojerpen, Hearthflame, so the fire guy, Palafin, Regicanelic, Roaring Moon, Shaman, Sky, Sneasler, Spectrier, Ursaluna, Blood Moon, both your Shifu forms, and then Volcarona. That's what we got. That is your options. None. Low-key, I want to run an Ursaluna Blood Moon team, but y'all won't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I just got memory wipes, so I guess we will never truly know. Alright, who are we doing for... Do we pick an RU guy here? Or do we go with like a or do we go with another like lower tier guy? That's the question. I don't hate Volcanion though. That's true. That would go well in the Sandcore, actually. That's a great point. Are you going to take Bruxus? Nah. Wait, actually, that's not a bad pick. Am I going to take Bruxus, though? I'm not going to step on your toes. I'm not... Ooh, see what I did there? I'm not going to step on Two's toes. Where's a toe? I really should know how it's pronounced. Bad YouTuber. Boo. Boo this guy. Boo. Let's say Crawdaddy. Why not? Why not? That's our heat pick, right? I guess the only concern is, like... Here's the thing. I'm drafting this as if I'm going full balls to the walls on Rain. This is probably not the draft you want, though. I'm going to be honest. This is probably not a team you want. There's way too many water types. There's probably a world where you run Archaludin as a lead with... let's see... do you have Thunderwave? Yeah, you have Thunderwave. So there's honestly a world where you could run, like, Thunderwave. You could even run, like, a Power Herb Electro Shot set. But it does have a decent support pool with Stealth Rock. You could Steel Beam to get out of there immediately. You could Draco Meteor. You know, there's options. There's options here. You don't have to run Archaludin as, like, this attack set, right? So... honestly, I fully have sent into the Rain portion, but, like, yeah, that is objectively true. That is objectively true, STDs. Bruxus is, in fact, the top 1,000 most versatile Pokemon of all time. The draft is going to be on Sunday. If you cannot make the draft, you can still participate. You can either send me your picks ahead of time, and I promise I will not look at them or use them to influence who I am drafting. If you don't send me picks ahead of time, if you can't make the draft... I will, I'll use a randomizer and have the randomizer pick from there. So, that's how it will go. This isn't like, unfortunately, this isn't fantasy where there's like a specific, like, this is the best Pokemon to pick. So, what time did I say? I think I said 1 EST. So, that would be 10 o'clock on the West Coast. Yep, 1 EST. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate you. Appreciate you having my back like that. Or 8 p.m. for me. Yeah, Phil, you're over in the... I didn't know you were over in the EU, bruh. Probably make it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be awake. Hey, man, that's okay. If you can't make it, it's a-okay. If you want to be in it, though, if this is you confirming you're gonna be in it, though, I will add you immediately to the chat to let you, like, talking shit in it. But you let me know. Alright. Excalibur. My obvious pick is Ninetales in the first slot. I'll make sure that's like 12 p.m. for me. Oh, nice, dude. That's... Wouldn't that be early? No, you're only an hour behind me then. You're mountain time, right? Yeah. Phil, I can't believe you're here, dude. That's crazy. Thank goodness I didn't go at 8 p.m. like I originally said, huh? That would have been nuts. So Excalibur is an interesting one because you could run something like Swords Dance, Ice Body, Substitute. I've seen that. Terra Electric. I think the more fun set, though, in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and get my sets put on here. Body Press, and then I'll put this entire I'll put this box PokePaste in the description after the video. Nice, Phil. Oh, that's awesome. So, in my opinion, the more fun set is Ice Spear, Scale Shot, which is what made it broken in the first place. I think Thermal Exchange is the better ability, to be honest, but also Ice Body is very good. So, I don't know. It's really up to you. Oh, that's me. That's actually my littlest brother. Alright, I gotta shut my ringer off because I don't want that interrupting. Sorry, little bro. I'm not gonna be able to play Brawl Stars with you. Oh, that feels so bad. A bad older brother. Boo. Alright, Terra Electric. What last move do you put? Probably just Dragon Dance, right? We can also put Sub in the Terra Blast slot. But yeah, that's why this is my opinion, like the best set. Oh yeah, we want to make that thing adamant too. So I have Ninetales as the first pick because Hail support and Veil support is both just excellent. Ooh, Hail and Veil support. Bars. It's just so good for this Pokemon. You do want to pick, with Excalibur, you can pick some burnable Pokemon though, right? And by burnable, I mean quite literally like Pokemon you would want to burn, right? Because it can absorb the burn basically, and you get a free switch in because that Thermal Exchange will boost your attack, which is huge, right? So you want to pick like a Pokemon that can be burned but also isn't going to take super effective damage. So, for example, Scizor would actually be an excellent candidate, in my opinion, of like who you want. I think Scizor would be great. Excalibur, Bruxish, Core, Dazzling, Bruxish, Kinyo. It really is, though. I mean, it genuinely is. That is fire. I'm with that. I'm actually with the Bruxish Core, actually, because Bruxish is another burnable Pokemon. And honestly, I know you just said you don't want King Gambit, but like low-key, I feel like you do want King Gambit. I do wonder, though. I do wonder, because the way I'm doing this right now is I am just building around the core Pokemon. I'm wondering how much people are going to build around the core Pokemon, the Ubers, and how much people will just draft the best guys. So like drafting King Gambit and drafting Iron Valley and drafting Dragapult, right? That's my question. I would pick Gambit, but I don't have any speed control on my Dream Core. Oof. Yeah, King Gambit definitely doesn't help with that. I feel like King Gambit's a really good partner with Bax, though. I do want to include it. But then both your OU guys are steel types, which is also probably not ideal. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Who's another, like, probably not a burnable Pokemon. You probably want someone to counter fairy types and ice types, right? Fairy types being your bigger, actually steel types. You want someone to counter the steel types too. I don't hate Moltres. I actually really like Moltres. Blaziken and actually I do really like Sabrulege in this slot. Because it is just so good at countering the steel types and other ice types, and I could even beat the dragon types, I guess. Draft rules is not a command, Phil. Maybe I should make that a command though, and it just links to the Discord. But all the draft rules are in the Discord and on the Google sheet. So if you want to look there, you're more than welcome to. Here, let me actually. Hopefully, I don't dox myself right here. Okay, cool. I'm not doxing myself. There you go. If you want to join on, if you want to follow along, you only have commentator permissions, but if you want to follow along on the spreadsheet, there you go. Yeah, I like Sabrulege a lot, actually, so I'm going to go with that. Who else do you want on a Excalibur team? Hydrapple is looking very attractive right now. I won't lie. Probably want Hazard Pokemon, so someone to get up Hazards, of course. I like Arcanine Hizui a lot, but you already have a Fire type. But Arcanine Hizui would be a great, like, Hazard lead Pokemon. I feel like Arcanine H is actually a very good, like, pick for whoever gets Arcanini H, they're going to get a very good draft pick. Let's see. I really do need to text my little brother back, not leave him on the hook like this. Calyrex Trick Room team with Bruxious. Calyrex is not legal actually, but that would be heat if it were allowed. Alright. I don't know whoever's in the document right now. Please do not comment slurs. Nah, I'm kidding. I trust you guys not to do that. Give me bans off YouTube for that. That'd be hilarious, actually. Now that I think about it. Maybe I shouldn't have put that in the description. Ah, well, who cares? It's not that deep, right? What? I like Tinkaton a lot, actually. But that's another steel. Ah, who cares, right? Steel's such a good type. Just do it. Tinkaton. It's a UU pick. And probably maybe another hazard setter or just maybe Mandibuzz to like get rid of hazards. I actually like I love Mandibuzz. I think Mandibuzz is going to be a great pick because of its hazard removal and because you only have so many OU picks. Corviknight would also probably be a really good back. What would happen if I ran stall? I mean, hey man, you definitely can. I don't know what Uber you run stall with though. That's the only thing. Like what Uber are you running stall with? Shinpao maybe? Genuinely, actually, that's probably your guy. Gouging Fire you can run stall with pretty easily. Magearna you could probably get away with it. Yeah, there's just not many good like options to run stall with. Basically, I actually would record how many stall team I think Gouging Fire is your guy. If you want to run a stall team, I think Gouging Fire is probably your guy. You could also run Bulky Roaring Moon. That's true. Yeah, you can run like a Rooset. Annihilate probably could. It might just be fat balance at that point. There's just not many of these Ubers who can heal themselves, and that's the biggest thing, right? What about an Inu Salting me? Oh, I'm ready to punch my monitor just thinking about that. No, it's fine. That'd be really funny. If you pulled off an Inu stall team, nothing but respect, honestly. Could not even be mad about that. Alright. Who else pairs well with this core we got running right now? Probably another setup guy actually would be good to set up behind the Veil, right? Who are our options? Manaphy, Latios, Excalibur. You want to take out the fairies, steels, rock types, I guess. Yeah, I don't hate Manaphy actually. Let's go ahead and do it. Why not? Manaphy as a new UU pick. Alright, now we got 3 RU guys. We can obviously dip down and lower than that too if we want. But yeah. I like Chestnut. I like something that'll pivot back Excalibur in. Holy shit. Someone has sent me 10 chat messages. Whoa. I need to look at this. Oh, she's literally sending me a recipe. That's hilarious. For chicken covered in bacon. That's gonna go so hard. Someday, that's not today. I like mana, but mana might be too slow. Yeah, I guess that's one thing, right? Like, we don't have a lot of speed control on this team right now. Maybe that's what we use for our RU picks. Maybe we find something with speed control. Like a Scarf, like Jinjar, maybe? Do we hate that? I like that a lot, actually. Not the Mirror Herbalucha tech. Not the Forbidden tech. Hell no. Oh my gosh, Carter. Alright, there we go. I don't hate Jinjar for speed control. And for trick potential as well. Let's pick another pivoter guy, though. What do you guys think? I used that like one time. It was so shiced. Dude, I think I recorded a video with it. I want to say I recorded a video with it. I hope I'm not making that up. I'm pretty sure I recorded a video with it. And it was, in fact, shiced. It was super fun. I don't hate How much hazard removal do we have? Like Mandibuzz, and that's... I guess we have Scizor too. Okay, we have 2 hazard removals. It's probably fine then. In my opinion, because... Okay, the way I'm drafting it this way instead of just drafting the best guys is because I think the best way to do this format is to, like, just take out the opposing team and let your Ubers guys sweep. In my opinion, that is, like, the best way. In my, like, tentatively, I feel like that's the best way to get that it'll be. Oh, shoot, we should pick the Titan, actually. I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Are you? Yeah. I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Let's do Titan. I don't really think there's any other Sand Rush Pokemon that are worthy of picking, but that guy's pretty good. What about another Pokemon to, like, set up behind screens? Do we need that, or do we need Speed Control? Probably need Speed Control more, to be honest. I don't hate Scarf Crook either, honestly. I'm gonna do that. If you guys have any complaints with that, you are free to let me know. Shift Gear Reverum? Actually, that's he. Wait, hold on. That's a UU guy, though, isn't it? Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong list. That's probably... Yeah, Reverum. Is that really how it's spelled? I feel like I misspelled that. No, I spelled that right. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and add Reverum instead of Manaphy, actually. Reverum. I actually like that better. That's a lot of steel types, though. That's the only thing. I don't know if I like all those steel types. Yeah, I don't know if I'm super happy with this team, honestly. Because there's no hazard control. There's no throwing up hazards except for Tink. I guess Crew could also throw up hazards. Nuzzle Hattering for speed control. Who would you put over it, though? Would you take out Scizor? Scizor's such, like, a good burn, like, candidate, though, you know? Like a burn bait. I guess you could take out Legianis, but Ledge is really good against steel types and ice types. And maybe not the fairies as much. I bring the Cinderace instead of Scizor. I feel like if we're bringing Cinderace, we should be bringing it instead of several Legianis, honestly. Core Changer SD set, anything is possible. I actually like that in place of Severledge, honestly, instead of Scizor. Are we against that? I just feel like Scizor is so good for both its Bullet Punch and for if you want to run Defog on it, and as a, like, burn bait, you know? Yeah, I think that's a better play. I think that's the right play. Let's do that. All right, 4th Pokemon. Let's try and get a third of these done, right? Because then we can get them done Thursday, Friday, today, Thursday, and then Friday, right? So let's get through a third of these. All right, who's next? Shinpao. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I think this is going to be a similar concept as Excalibur. Might draft Severledge so no one uses it. I also think that's a good strategy. Like, genuinely, I think it's a good strategy. Raging Bolt for Shinpao? Is that what we're saying? Are we still on? Or am I, like, slow and we're still on Excalibur? Sorry, chat's, like, lagging, and I know my stream has been buffering too, so there's that. Okay. I just said Raging Bolt for no reason. I meant Roaring Moon. Oh. I gotcha. I mean, we could talk about Roaring Moon if you want. We can skip ahead a little bit. Going to back to bed now, but W stream WSC. Hey, you too, Phil. I thank you for bringing your hate here in the stream today. I appreciate you so much, mate. Thank you so much. We'll see you. We'll see you sooner than later. I know you'll be in my next comment section. Yeah, W Phil. W's in the chat, Phil. W Phil. I'm gonna second Mr. STDs on that one. Not gonna lie, I don't like Shinpao. Yeah, I don't like Shinpao either. I don't like playing against Shinpao. I don't really care for using Shinpao. But this is a very good Pokemon. So you gotta respect it at least a little bit, I suppose. Shinpao sets to run. Choice Band's pretty good. But I think probably the better set these days is Heavy Duty Boots. With Icicle, Crash. Actually, you probably want Ice Spinner instead. And then, quite honestly, I would just... Because what dark moves do you have? You can either go Crunch or Throat Chop. I feel like Crunch is better for the 20% drop chance, but that's just me. And then you could run like... Or hell, maybe you don't even run that. Maybe you just run Sucker, Ice Shard, and then Swords Dance, right? Like, that's a viable set. I've also seen a Terra Electric set with Terra Electric Blast. You can mix it up. Terra Stellar. I don't even know, not gonna lie. I don't either. Terra Stellar, I don't hate Terra Stellar, though, honestly. Its typing's already good enough. Terra Ghost is also a really good option, though. So that's an option as well. Hold on, I'm responding to Phil in chat. Alright, cool. Got him. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what to do with Shinpao either. But what I do know is that it has nearly perfect coverage. There's no Tapu Fini in this meta, so that's not really a problem. But there is Primarina in this meta. Bring Brushkiss in case anyone wants to use priority move on it. You know, actually, Brushkiss would be a great counter to Shinpao. I'm not kidding. A Terra Fighting Blast, just like you would with King Gambit. You run Dazzling, Terra Fighting Blast, right? Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Just letting you simmer on it. Could work though. Could be a decent idea. I don't know. All right. My bad. Hey, my bad. All right. Let's see. Who do we want on Team Shinpao? Who do we want for the OU guys? Honestly, I feel like you might want to pick Don Bozo just so the opponent doesn't run Don Bozo. But because of that reason, you probably want some special attackers. And some special attackers we will find. I feel like Golden Go is a good teammate. I don't hate that. If you don't hate that, I don't hate that. Gatekeep it. Iron Moth for fun. I'm a big fan of that, actually. That gives you some speed control, more power, agility. I like the Iron Moth pick. I'm good with Iron Moth. Let's run Iron Moth. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. UU, RUBL. You know what? I'm going to go with the Arcanine H tech. I really do think that's going to be a really fire tech for whoever picks up Arcanine. So we'll see who picks up Arcanine. I think that'll be a great tech, though. You probably want some hazard removal in case you get knocked off for some reason. Or in case you want to run a Focus Sash. So I think Excadrill probably wouldn't be a bad option. And then I think Mandibuzz would also be a good candidate. So there's our UU guys. Unless you have other suggestions, STDs, which I'm definitely open to. I'm just kind of trying to roll through them at this point. Oh. How do you take out the Primarinas of the world though? Electric types, grass types, poison types. You're thinking, okay, bet. How is Heatran, UU? That's a great question, dude. It just has kind of fallen off this generation. Not even gonna lie. I'll be super honest, Sue. In my opinion, I don't even think Heatran's that good in UU. I'll be so honest. That's probably a hot take, but I don't really care for it a whole lot. Oh my goodness. So maybe we got our Hazard Center. Unleash the Lilligant H-Tech. Ooh. Not against that. Let's hear his Lilligant in. Pekka replace Heatran. Hashtag no. No, that's actually so true though. That's about how it went down, honestly. Lilligant? Yeah, we could put... Let's throw Lilligant on there. Why not, right? That's our RU guy. RU guys you can kind of just mess around with, honestly. How about like an electric type? We already have a decent amount of speed control. But like an electric type with good speed control probably would do a lot of good for this team. Mag's way too slow, though. Rabombi also probably wouldn't be a bad option to throw up webs. Because then absolutely nothing would be faster than Golden Go. I'm going to do that. Are you? Nah, we don't need electric type. Bring the Tailwind Keldeo. Oh my gosh, dude. That's so gross. That's disgusting. Oh! Oh, Tailwind Keldeo. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I think that's who you're talking about, right? We're talking about the Kilo? I feel like Kilo would be good on this team. Kilo Watch. How do you spell this guy's stupid ass name? Troll. Are you? And we get one more. If I'm wrong about that, though, please correct me. I just have a feeling that's what you mean. I thought Keldeo learned Tailwind. But it does learn Air Slash. Yes, it does learn Air Slash, but yeah, no Tailwind. Hey, thanks for the hearts, whoever that was. I appreciate you. Kilowattrel provides good speed control, though. So I don't hate that pick, actually. And it could even defog, too, if we... Nope, it cannot defog. Okay, I take that back. I take it back. Arcanine is our hazard setter. Excadrill can also set hazards and remove them. Mandibuzz can remove them. Maybe another guy to remove them, just in case. Because now if you have Kilo, especially, and Rabombi, I don't think a hazard removal Pokemon would be a bad idea. Though, who do you pick is the question. Cyclizar might not be terrible. How about our Arena Ghost types right now, though? Actually, we don't have, like, any water Pokemon. So, a water or grass Pokemon would probably be the play. If we didn't already have 3 UU guys, Keldeo would be a great pick here. I actually don't hate Empoleon. That actually satisfies so many conditions. That's our Defogger. It adds some pivoting to allow Shinpao to get in. I actually really like that. Let's do Imp. Let's do Imp. And then we know who's next. And then we already know who's the first pick. What tier is Ninetales, so? ZU. Alright. Torkoal's also ZU. Let's do Ninetales / Torkoal then. Because I really think it doesn't really matter as long as they set up the sun. So... as long as you get one of them, you're good with Chi-Yu. Which honestly means that we're going to build a Sun team now. So let's figure out who else works. I love Chi-Yu too. I love Chi-Yu as well. SCDs. That's a great take. Who else works well in the Sun teams? Probably Iron Moth. Oh, Walking Wake. What am I doing? Yeah, we got to get Walking Wake. The nice thing about Walking Wake is I don't think it's going to be that hot of a commodity, honestly. So we could probably even drop it into a lower round if we really wanted to. Actually wouldn't be against that. Let's drop it down to like round 5. All the OU guys might be taken by then. Let's drop it into round 4. How about that? Bring the Raging Bolt. Yep. There you go. Now we're cooking. Yep. Raging Bolt's a great take. Okay, so now we can bring like Lilligant, or let's look at our draft board here for you guys. Heatran Sun, am I cooking? Yeah, maybe. I'm good with that. I don't mind the Heatran pick. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm good with that. There's also some other good. The question is, you want some guys to be able to tank Sun attacks too, probably. Or like, I don't know. I guess, no, that's not how that works. Never mind. Never mind. I was about to say something very stupid. Never mind. Probably don't want to go full in on the sun, but if we did. Sandy Shocks could be good. Because that gives you a lead option, but also gives you a mid-game, like, attacker as well. I don't hate Sandy Shocks. What's the idiot named? Scovillain? It's a ZU guy? Okay, so we can draft that guy probably later. But we definitely want him. The free agent rules mean we can't pick him every single week. So I think Scovillain's a good one to pick up in the U slot. Are there any other good chlorophyll guys? Chlorophyll. Venusaur might not be bad. Just bring a Slowking and have a secret silly. That would be kind of heat, actually. That'd be really funny. Let's do Venusaur, and then it's PU. Let's get some hazard removal going for this, though. Who's a good eject button user? We've already used both our OU guys, so we can't do Hatterene. Is there any other good, like, OU, like, eject button guys? Like, maybe a regenerator Pokemon? Oh, you know who I'm thinking, actually? Would be a great fit for this team. It would add some speed control as well. What is your name? Psych. The bike. The bike would be a great pick for this team. Tornadus Therian. I also like Tornadus Therian. Yep, that rounds out our roster. Let's do this. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's do that. Tornadus team. Alright, I'm good with that team. Choose the weather Pokemon are very easy to build with. It's because their structure is very simple, right? Alright, Dio Standard. Now, this is an interesting one. I feel like your best move is to do a Psychic Terrain team. What do you think? What are we running on Shido? Oh, yes. Good question. In my opinion, you're either running Specs or Scarf, and you're running Dark Pulse over Flamethrower, which is more spammable, Overheat, which is less spammable, and then either Terra Blast Grass or... Yo! Welcome, Hyde. Good to see you, brother. Been a minute, man. Been a minute. Good to see you in the chat, though. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We're on Pokemon number 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we're on number 6. We can run like Will-O-Wisp. Do we hate Will-O-Wisp? Deoxys is a bum. I agree. I think Deoxys kind of sucks, low-key. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate Will-O-Wisp. Alright, Deoxys here, though. In my opinion, because HP doesn't matter, you can run a Life Orb. And then I would run, like, Expanding Force and run a Psychic Terrain team. I was just going to kind of run backs. Well, here's my suggestions. If you want to run the backs. Or the Tribal Ante. Oh, Gouging Fire, yes. We'll get to Gouging Fire somewhat soon. Yeah, we might not get to Gouging Fire until tomorrow. I don't know. We've gone through these next Pokemon like faster, so maybe we'll go. Yeah, we're only in a minute 20. Maybe we'll do the first half, and then we only have to do half tomorrow. That might be the play. If I was running Dio, though, I'd run some like mixed attack BS though. You don't want to run E-Speed if you're running Size Spam. This isn't the draft the right. No. This is not the draft. I'm just doing like if I were to draft like this Pokemon as an Uber's Pokemon, this is the team I would build around it. That's all we're doing, and we're just chatting and having fun. Draft is still not until Sunday, so don't you worry. You are not late to anything. Unless you mean, though, if this is the draft we're talking about, which, yeah, It is indeed. You have come to the right place. If that's what you're thinking. Okay, if any of you bastards draft backs, I'll cry. Unfortunately, I'm not going to lie, I was thinking about drafting backs myself because I really want to run the snow team. And I love loaded dice Baxcalibur. That's actually one of my favorite Pokemon, like, this generation. I'm making my Roaring Moon planning right now. Okay, bet. If you're here tomorrow and want to help me with that one, you let me know. Because I feel like I'm kind of doing an average job. That was one of the... That is facts. That is one of the OG Hate Rice sets. Yes, facts. And then he got banned, and then I just wanted to cry and not play Pokemon for the rest of my life. But it's okay. It is okay. Yeah, it'll probably be around similar time. It might be a little bit later, though, because I'm planning on going and watching a baseball game at the bars around 1 o'clock. So, I don't know how long that'll last. So, it might be a little bit later. I don't know. I don't know for sure or not. I don't know. We're figuring that out. Feel like Deoxys and Deoxys Attack like are gonna serve the exact same purpose. So I'm actually okay with like giving them like the exact same draft, low-key. Like, I mean, how would you do you guys play Deoxys and Deoxys Attack any differently, honestly? Yes. I think I remember that team as well. Hide. I don't run Deoxys. Yeah, neither do I. Deoxys kind of sucks, low-key. But let's just do like an expanding force. Ice beam. I didn't even know this guy got ice beam. That's kind of crazy. We'll run full special attack, I guess. I guess that's the one difference we could do. Deoxys Attack is easier to run physical moves with because it does have a naturally higher attack, so we don't have to like invest it. Meteor Beam, I actually don't hate Meteor Beam at all, to be honest. We run Power Herb instead and run like Meteor Beam in this slot, and then like you run like Psycho Boost or something. I don't know. Meteor's an ass. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with rolling with that. Let's do that set. So, assuming this set, I don't think you need to draft Indeedee immediately, though. But I think you're going to just draft normal Indeedee. Where's Indeedee? Where's Indeedee in the chopping, in the biting list right now? PUBL, so it's effectively in use. So, I mean, that's technically not even a draft pick, which is great for us. I'd recommend drafting it at least kind of early. I guess worst case scenario, you pick up the female one. But yeah, you probably want to draft your OU guys first, which if you're building it around DODO, I would maybe recommend maybe Slowking Galar. That way you have a fat, bulky pivot that's always going to go last to bring it in. You can get up Future Sight traps. And if you're getting up Future Sight traps, you might even want to run instead of Meteor Beam, like Focus Blast. Other OU guys that would run well. If we're doing Psychic Terrain spam, I guess you probably want to run Slowking G for that reason, though, right? Maybe Iron Crown. We go ahead and pick up Iron Crown because Iron Crown's decent in this. I'm just gonna make. Frick it. Let's just make Psychic Terrain team, right? Poltegeist. Poltegeist is what? Are you? I think. Does that sound right? Poltegeist is UUBL. Oh, Poltegeist is technically an OU guy. Jesus. Well, there's our other OU guy. And then who's a pivoter that we could do? I like Scizor, but it's OU now, I guess. I like Mandibuzz a lot actually because that can eat dark type attacks. And technically, let's see what else is super effective against dark or psychic. Dark and Ghost, which Mandibuzz walls both of them. So I actually think Mandibuzz would be a good pick. Wait, Mega Crit Dark Urshifu. Yeah, I think that's going to be a very popular one. That one's... Whew. That's going to be a fun one. I'm making the worst Roaring Moon core right now. I think every Pokemon's bulky even they're meant to be attacked. Oh, those are the most fun teams, though. Those are the best teams, honestly. Oh, that's awesome. Let's get Halucha on this team as well. You. I don't know. This is like a tough one. Like, I almost wonder. Like, you really want Psychic Terrain, right? But, like, how bad do you really want it, right? I guess if someone picks the Deoxys attack form, you probably want to move it up in the draft order just to beat them to the punch. But otherwise, I mean, or you just deal with the female Indeedee because it does literally the exact same thing of just setting up terrain and dying. So it's fine, right? I don't know. Alright, so we need some other counters to, like, Psy spam. So we can't really run priority. That's something to keep in mind. We probably also want something to absorb psychic moves, which is why we have Mandibuzz. It's also our defog remover, or hazard removal, I should say. What's another good, like... Like, psychic move eater. That's bulky enough and can maybe even... What else needs psychic moves though? Dark types do, steel... Oh, steel types do. Yeah, let's get a steel type on this joint. I don't think we have a steel type. We could run Metagross. Metagross doesn't look too bad right now. Heatran's also a pretty good option. Tough. Blunder Policy Jirachi was in Headbutt, Thunderwave, and Meteor Mash. Okay, that's like a... You know what? That is a last round pick, if I've ever seen it. Unless he's... Yeah, he's a RU, right? Yeah, okay. That's a good, like, round 10 pick. But like a steel type. What are options for steels? We can just consult the diary. Actually, I don't hate Registeel in like this slot. And then we can look at something else for... Yeah. For UU. I'm not sure what to think. Definitely want psychic terrain absorbers. Oh, STDs, let me give you the role. Yeah. Let me give you the role of Fall Draft so that way you can participate. You've been an OG for long enough. I'm going to give you the... Yeah. Okay, cool. Who else do we add, though? Who else would be a good pick? Probably, I guess Tink probably wouldn't be terrible. Excadrill probably wouldn't be terrible either. Do we have any hazard layers? We have a hazard removal. I know I've been spamming this option, but I really do believe Excadrill. Is that how you spell it, dude? Have I been misspelling it the whole time? Please don't say I have. Okay, no, I've been doing it right. That way you have a hazard removal and you have a steel type. You can run some bulk on it. And now we have a lot of steel types, so we probably need some to counteract that. Some to beat fire, fighting, and ground types in the RU tier. Probably be a water type, right? Be your best bet. Like maybe Basket Legion F. That would also allow you to switch into... Excuse me. That would allow you to switch into ghost types as well. Ogerpin normal. The speed boost would be nice. What would we sub it out for? Excadrill? Probably. Play rough and superpower coverage. Chair Stellar is ready for any moment. That's true. Don't you you have to Terra Grass it though? I'm pretty sure. Because of Ogerpin rules. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little tired. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let me look it up for sure, though. Ogerpon's terrestrial type needs to be grass. Yep. Unfortunately, that is the case. Wait, if it can run any item that's looking insane. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make it insane. But remember, the mask also add a 0.2%. Or sorry, not 0.2, a 20% buff to every single attacking move. So, like, it's not just a held item like switch its, like, shit around, you know? Alright, I've been convinced. I'm okay with Ogerpon normal, but I assume we're replacing Exadrill for it. Which I feel like Exadrill does make us 2 steel weak, so I do think Bascu Legion F though is like the play low-key. To fill this hole right here. And honestly, I feel like Dio and DA are like the exact same Pokemon. So like, let's just put them together as one. And then DA though, I'll go ahead and build a set for it. I think the only difference is like, I would probably run like an E-Killer set on this though. You know, with like Terra Normal. So maybe you do run a bit different of sets. But I'd run like Extreme Speed or like Psycho Boost. Extreme Speed. Do you get Sword Stance? No, you don't. Do you get Work Up? No, you don't. Probably Terra Normal or even Terra Stellar might be the play. And like, you could run like an Eject Pack. Knockoff is a great move. And then like Ice Beam maybe is the last spot. Or like Stealth Rock even. Or Thunder or Taunt. Honestly, there's a lot of good options. With Deoxys attack, what do you run? There's just so much to run, honestly. I mean, you can throw up hazards. I mean, you can do that with regular Dio as well, though. But I mean, I wouldn't change my teams with it. I think, like I said, the biggest thing with Deoxys attack is its stats are naturally higher. Excuse me. So it's much easier to run an eject, or not an eject set, a mixed attacking set. So that's like the only difference. So in that case, you might not want to run like Psychic Terrain. So that way you have the Extreme Speed option if you really need it. I don't know. You can still run Psychic Terrain though, because it would boost your Psycho Boost, which is huge. And also, DODO is like so frail that it might be better to like block other priority moves 99% of the time than it would be to throw off your own. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. Ooh, my favorite. Literal Demon. Leftover Speed Boost. What's its one wing psychic? One, like, really good psychic move. Wait, Ally Switch is still in this game? No way. I've not seen people use Ally Switch at all this generation. Crazy. Bruxish can run in Psychic Terrain. Hashtag no. That's true. Bruxish actually could be a better pick than Bascu Legion. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm dead freaking serious, dude. Because it gets a Psychic Terrain boost. I mean, yeah, sure, you're adding another Psychic weak Pokemon, which is tough. But, like, I don't know. It's just better in doubles. Really? Is that true? Yo, at Grok, is this true? Alright, Bruxish is PU. There we go. Alright, Espathra. You might actually want Grimmsnarl instead. Grimmsnarl is a weird one because it's one I feel like you want to add like early in the draft. But because it could be popular. But at the same time, it's like you also have like Klefki. You have like other options, right? So like, it doesn't like matter a whole ton. Yeah, you might be onto something with that one, I won't lie. By on something, I mean you're on something. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you definitely want screens with a spot threat. Let's see. What else might you want with this spot threat? Toxic spikes are great. So let's do Glamora as an OU guy. Oh my goodness. How did I pop that up? What the heck just happened? How did that bookmark tab get up? I'm gonna get rid of it real quick because it looks kind of junky. Control Shift B. I don't know how I accidentally hit that, but that's crazy. Alright. Glamora OU. I think Glamora OU is like, it's probably actually your better pick over Grimmsnarl, honestly. Yeah, if we're still going at this pace, we might, but I also have not slept since like, it's been over 24 hours. So I do need to sleep at some point. I probably need to eat too, because I'm a hungry little guy. I guess I did eat a burger a few hours ago, so we might be fine. I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I'm trying to sing right now. Alright, let's look at the OU guys. Of what you might want. Hattering might not be bad. Spread Nuzzles. Oh yeah. Shut up, Lightning. Yo, I know Phil paid you $5 to come back in here and say that. No, I'm kidding. Oh my gosh, I'm kidding. Who else would you want on a Spothra team, though? Who else was really good teammates with the Spothra when the generation first started? Honestly, Aloe would probably be pretty shiced. I don't hate Aloe as like the other PU guy or OU guy. We need to take out the fighting types, though. We never finished building a Spothra, I just realized. Yeah, we never finished it. What's the psychic type move, though, that it does get that's really good? Lumina Crash, that's right, yep. And then Terra Blast, Fighting, Calm Mind, and either Sub or Protect. You could even run, like, no Terra Blast, which is also, like, an option, but, like, crazy. Bro, it's turning to the stall. Yeah, maybe. Aloe is surprisingly versatile. I love that mon. Yeah, I mean, it surprisingly is. You'd think it'd just be a Wish Passer, but I've also seen Mirror Coat sets, like, be pretty popular, so... I don't know, it can do a few different things. Play Rough, Surprise, KOs too. Aqua Jet for revenge killing in a real pinch. I originally used that. I used that when the generation first started to pick up like revenge kills on Fluttermane, and it kind of worked sometimes. Weirdly, I was very excited to use Aloe when the generation first started. I don't know why. Aloe was just like a very attractive Pokemon to me. Pause. Maybe you gotta run Mono Psychic Terrain team with Bruxious. I mean, you could do that with these guys, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty close. Could be the move. Hashtag the move. Hashtag could be the move. I don't know what they're saying. Scythe with Deoxys is gonna be rough. Yeah, I mean... But here's the thing, with the free agent system, if you know you're going to fight Deoxys the upcoming week, you probably want to grab a dark type, right? Like, that's personally what I would do. I grab a dark type, and then you're probably pretty much good to go. Also, I need to scroll over more. I just realized you guys can't see it with the chat. Dude, I'm so bad at YouTube, bro, I swear. I guess you don't really need to see it because you know the tiers, but whatever. It would personally... drive me nuts. I'm gonna just bring Terra Dark Pekka and 6v1 them. Yeah, exactly. Like, you just bring that and you're fine, right? Unless they're like Focus Blast, and then it could get dicey, but like, yeah, that would basically 6-0 them, honestly. Alright. Who else do you run with this Spothra? Okay, we got to take care of the fighting joint. No, not fighting joints, excuse me. The dark joints. The dark joints and the steel joints especially. So fighting, we need a good fighting type. Let's see. Who would be a good fighting type from the UU tier? Conkeldor is kind of interesting. I don't hate Conkeldor, actually. I think that is the best fighting type in this tier. Right? Low-key it is. Let's do it. Conkeldor. UU. There we go. Is that how you spell it? Yeah. Big teeth. I think. What are the rules for the Terra? Basically, I think everyone can Terra, but Ubers might not be able. Yeah, that's basically it. So as of right now, everyone will be able to Terra. No restrictions. But this is going to be a democratic draft league this season. So if we want to ban Uber Pokemon from tearing later in the season, I am totally fine and open to that being a vote if it's too powerful, which I feel like that's a very likely scenario. So like, you guys, we're just gonna have to communicate back and forth. This is gonna be a democratic league, so we're all gonna be, you know, we're all a part of the decision making process, right? So except for the initial rules, which also was a vote though too, so that also was democratic, right? But that's where we're at. I would not want the Uber pick to Terra. Yeah, I think maybe just banning Uber to not Terra right off the rip might not be a bad idea. Honestly though, that would make the Uber pick like very like neutered immediately, you know? And like I'm not like against the Uber being neutered because the Uber's already very, very good. But like half the reason these guys are Ubers in the first place is because they can Terra, right? And so I feel like especially if people are picking their Uber, like Volcarona, for example, you pick Volcarona and then it's like you can't Terra it, then Volcarona's just like dog shit, right? And you're only limited to one Uber, by the way. You're only limited to one Uber, so like, I don't know. We'll see. Again, yeah, I don't know. I'll let it be for this first week, and we'll see how it goes. And if there's an uproar, then we'll do an emergency vote and see what happens. I think that's the way to do it. Let's see what other you guys would we want on this Bothra team. I feel like I saw a lot of Claude Sires actually when Espathra was first very popular. I feel like Claude Sire was a very common teammate with it. Or so what are the other common teammates? My mom's saying I need to get off with Braxton, but I'm not even playing with him. Bad older brother. Boo. I'm bringing Mr. Rhyme. Hey, love you too, Lightning. Thank you for tuning in today, brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate your input too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I don't think Mr. Rhyme is in this tier, I'm not gonna lie. Which is like so sad. Yeah, that brother's an outcast. You probably want Hazard Control or at least a Poison type, but we already have Glamora. Maybe another, and we also have Claude as well, so like we're fine in that regard. Trying to think of like other like teammates that were very popular with this gal. Trying to get rid of, we need fighting types. We also could use fairies, I guess, or ground types. Yo, Ski making an appearance. Holy, absolute cinema. That's crazy. Yo, what's good, Ski? Ski, you made it, bro. That is crazy. The Ski. Mr. Rhyme, Natdex, AA, those who remember. Yo, that was good times, man. Just hopped on. Well, I appreciate you hopping on and hopping in the stream. Appreciate you. Hey, let's go, baby. That's huge because I just put STDs in the draft, and now that you're in the draft too, that gets us to a round number. Yo, STDs, what's your what name are you gonna go by the way, for your showdown like name for us to play you in? Ski, I'll go ahead and get you added here in the Discord. Roles fall draft 2025. Okay. Yep, you're in. Cool. Yes, sir, Ski. Thank you for joining, dude. Let's go, dude. I'm hyped. That's huge. Let's go, baby. I can't wait to rather play draft than OU. Yeah, for real, dude. Me too. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get my ass kicked by you. I feel like you're gonna be like kicking everyone because Ski, you're very good with like making like weird texts and like being able to work with very confined restraints. You know what I mean? But that's just like my gut feeling. I don't know. Maybe your ass. I don't think that's true though. But yeah, I'm much. I mean, even this is like an OU format, I'd much rather be playing this than OU. I don't know how to feel about OU recently, man. I've kind of been mixed on it. SUDs, if you sweep Ski with Bruxish, I will gift you membership for a month. And that membership will mean something because I will be live streaming the matches, not live, but we will do a watch party at the end of every week. OU is good for the top player, bad for casual players. Yeah, I agree with that take. I feel like for casual players right now, your modes are pretty much Ubers and Randbats, and that's about it. Those are like your safe havens, in my opinion. Those are your best odds. Will there be matches right after the draft or not? Okay, so the draft is on Sunday, and the draft week will be from Monday to Sunday. I don't care what time you play your match. I don't care what day you play your match. As long as you get it played within a week and you put the replay in the chat and say who won. As long as that's happening, that way you can just schedule it with your opponent whenever it's like convenient. Which is bad in my opinion because there are more casual players in top 10. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's so hard getting the showdown. I mean, I've been playing like 3 years now, and I'm still like very bad. And that's just showdown. I've been playing Pokemon for like 20 years. And I've been playing showdown for 3, and I'm still like very mid at best. I would even consider myself in like the 75 to 50% like bottom bracket. Yeah, so the idea, I think my idea is that draft will be on Sunday, and then matches will be played Monday through Sunday every single week. And then on Monday, because I'm going to be busy a lot of Sundays this draft season, right? So on Monday is when we're going to do the live stream, and Monday is when we're going to do the watch party. We're about to find out, right? Hold on, let me get you added. I saw your question, Ski. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, it's... Wow, that is a crazy name. Fortnite. Okay. I caught you in, though. And then Skier, you're just Ski 2, I believe. Is that correct? What's my favorite OU? Not Gen 8 OU. I hate Gen 8 OU. Screw Gen 8 OU. That OU sucks. I want to say it's probably either... I'm honestly having I had a lot of fun with Gen 9, like in the middle of it. I'm not having as much fun now, but like in the middle of Gen 9, I was having a blast with it. I'd probably say Gen 7 OU. I know that's probably a very basic take, but Gen 7 OU is a really... Every time I go back and play Gen 7 OU, I have a good time. STDs, it's a hot take. I don't think it's a bad take, though. Okay, Gen 5 OU, bottom 3 OUs. Now, I'm not sure if I agree with that take. That tier is just so volatile. Gen 7 live win. You know what? I'm down. Ski, I think you've even sent me teams. I've lost them now because I got on that new computer and I don't have like the cookies from my old Firefox. There are no Gen 7 YouTube. That's true. That is true. I'd be down to do a Gen 7 live sometime. Hell, you could even join me for it if you wanted to. I know you sent me teams, but yeah, I've lost them all. If you send me teams, I will 1,000,000,000% do one. And if you don't send me teams, I will 1,000% do one. Gen 7 live. Oh my gosh. No, that Z hypnosis though, for the speed boost, the making your opponent fall asleep so you can tail glow and sweep. Peak. I have like 2,000 teams. I'll keep the best ones. Bet, dude, bet. How do you even store 2,000 teams? Like, when I store 500 teams, Showdown starts spazzing out on me. It's like, can I say spazzing out? I feel like that's like kind of an offensive term these days. So I apologize if that is the case. But I feel like, yeah, my Showdown is just like, nope, you can't save any more teams. And I'm like, come on, bruh. What are we doing? That shit would probably blow up. I lose him and my friend finds space. Oh. Nice. I think that shit would probably blow up too, honestly, low-key. Circuitry and Ski. Okay, so he is, dude. Ski is the GOAT, man. Ski is one of one. Circuitry and Gen 8 Nat Dex was prime. Dude, I agree. I actually used Circuitry. I used Magic Room Choice Scarf Circuitry once. That shit was crazy. Oh, that was so fun. Alright, let's finish out a spot throw. We need to get rid of dark and steel types are our main concern. Is there any other types that Psychic doesn't hit? Am I missing anyone from my... Zerk can work on right low key. Your spin, you're 100% spin. You're correct. That is correct. I'm with that take. Probably also need something to get rid of the steel or the ghost types. So maybe get sort of ghost, steels, and darks. There's not a single Pokemon that does that, right? Like maybe a fighting ghost type, like Annihilate. Maybe a dark fighting type that exists, right? I'm pretty sure that exists. Your Shifu, yeah. Scrafty, there you go. I miss Beast Boost. Yeah, Beast is a good time. Hey, what's up, Jones? How we doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. I'm here to rage, but gosh dang it, Phil. I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. No, that dude owns me right now, like kind of literally, because he's a member, and he also donated me. So hey, hey, rage. You know what? I'm gonna let him do his thing. Nah, I need to see a replay of that. Yo, Ski, if you have a replay of that, I would love to see it. I'd watch it right now live. That's so funny. Wait. Have we... I feel like you've sent that before, actually. Oh my gosh, yes, please send that. Please send that. Give me a short break from this run. I am gonna add, though, at the end, Scrafty as an NU guy. I don't hate that draft pick. Let's find another UU guy, though. Low kick. I need a slow pivoter that can wear down the opposing team. Like someone to throw up spikes and then like get out of there, right? Who would that be? Maybe Dawn Fan? No, not Dawn Fan. Not Dawn Fan. I'll post it right now. Alright, bet. I'll grab it as soon as I see it. Sandy Shocks. It was Stall v Stall? No shot, dude. That's wild. Oh, you know what? Ozerpin actually would be a good pick. That's true. Alright, who are we doing for our RU guys? Who can we even do for our RU guys? Okay, if we need to get rid of hazards, I don't want Empoleon. I already have a water type. I guess its weaknesses are completely... Nope, they're not different, actually. They're both weak to electric. Some hazard probably wouldn't be a bad move, though. Oh, you know who would be a great pick, though? Magnezone. Get some... Trap the Seal guys in. That's actually not bad at all. Link not showing up. You might have to put in the Discord. Links sometimes just do not work. Yeah, links sometimes don't work in the chat, which I thought I had it so that links could be put in chat. But I guess not. I guess not. So sad. Thinking about Gardevoir as of late. Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Oh, Ski 3. Okay, Ski, you'll have to tell me if you want to do Ski 2 or Ski 3 for your name. I gotcha. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. Wait, dude, I think I have seen this replay before. I'm so certain you've showed this to me before, but we're going to watch it again because it is just that iconic. And we're going to do fast speed. Didn't mean it like that. Okay. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. Alright. Let's see this battle. Alright. Chansey. Okay. Good doubles here. Because you're gonna just... Yep. Dude, I'm like so certain I've seen this before, actually. Yeah, because what? We start spiting with Pyukumuku. Right? Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, that's right. Spike bounce to... Okay, wait. Maybe I haven't seen this then, because I do not remember that. That's hilarious. Dude, that knockoff low-key doing a lot. Yeah, I think I've seen this before, dude. I'm still going to watch it again, though, because it's absolutely hilarious. And I do remember you talking shit, too, which is also hilarious. Dude, can you imagine if recovers were 16 PP this generation, dude? Oh my goodness, bro. I crash out every single day. Not that I don't already, but... Alright, so if you're Sableye, surely you switch on to Scarm here, right? Yep. That was a good play from the opponent. Get rid of the hazards, knock off Scarm's helm. Good play. Puku comes in for the roost. Spy would be good here, except for the fact that he's probably going to go... Oh! Oh, that's right. That's right. The block Piku, bruh. Oh my gosh. That's right, dude. Gen 7 Stall used to be so broken with Doug. I thought they banned, are they Will-O-Wisp Ledian? Bro, how did you 6-0 with this thing, then? I thought they banned Arena Trap. Did they not? Or am I tripping? Ugh. Alright, Sludge Bomb. No poison, which is unfortunate. Poison here? Hey, there we go. Huge. They def banned Trap. So what did Dugtrio make, why did Dugtrio make it so good then? Aw, man. Healing that poison. That's so annoying. Oh my goodness. And it's unaware Clef. Interesting. And he just goes Dragonite and gets rid of its leftovers. Bro, what is this guy doing, man? Yo, you just block it now, though, right? Oh, no. Okay, that's probably the right move, though. Gonna save like Mega. Bounce back. Trapped all the Saw Breakers. How did you trap him, though, without Arena Trap? Or was this, like, before Arena Trap got banned? Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Tangro, Sludge Bomb. Sableye Mega comes back out. Yeah. Classic gameplay right here. Alright, we're gonna skip some of these turns. Alright. Quadruple speed this. Yeah, I'm not against that. We can do the hyper fast. Dragon Dance. Oh, see, it goes way too fast though then. Cover, there we go. Dragon Dance. Spite. Earthquake doing no damage. Yeah, I remember this actually. Yeah, because, dude, I 1000% have watched this before. Yep. Because literally you can't really touch Dragonite, but Dragonite can't really touch you either with the unaware. Yeah, I'm just going to fast forward through all these turns. Let's look at the PP, though, real quick. 1 Dragon Dance, 8 EQs, 13 Ice Punches, and 1 Roost. Compared to PQ's 1 Spite Left, 4 blocks, 12 recovers, and 12 rest. At least we aren't watching in you stall. Yeah, you're right. If it was in you stall, I'd punch a hole through my monitor. Nah, kidding. Alright. I'm just going to keep resting with PQ, which is the right play, actually, because it makes sure that you do not burn PP for no reason. Rest coming out here. Nice. Ice Punch, 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 Earthquake. Earthquake again. Earthquake again. Earthquake again. Rest up. Earthquake again. Dragon Dance up. Roost. Can't roost anymore. And now we're in the struggling phase for Pimp Night. Dude, recover plus rest is some actual demonic stuff, though. That's crazy. At least it's not Gen 9 stall. Yeah, Gen 9 stall is so weird, man. Because it's like, it's both like dog shit because it's because of the PP getting halved, obviously. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's like not dog shit because of heavy duty boots, right? So I don't know, I feel weird about stalling Gen 9. I need to stand up for a second. We're 2 hours into the live stream, folks. Woo! Well, hold on. Maybe Ski means 6-0 as in like all 6 of his guys were allowed to live, you know? We'll see though. We'll see. I guess we're about to find out, right, folks? Surely you didn't knock here, and that's okay. Oh, nice knock there though. Dude, your opponent's just like letting you get every single. I about just fell over in my chair, which would have been really funny. All right, Ledian's in. Oh, Ledian did nothing. We're on turn 111, by the way, chat. Wild. That is wild. All right, Moonblast did nothing to Ledian though. What in the world? Yo, Ledian's a bulky freak, bro. What in the world? That's so crazy. Bro, I swear we are just 37 minutes into the left talking about I might do one more than part 2 tomorrow. Yeah, no, that really was. This shit is fun watching paint dry, not gonna lie. Okay. Misco Jones, 7 out of 10 rage bait. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. I'll give you that. That's pretty good. I mean, you could be being completely dead ass too, though. I mean, which would also be a completely fair thing to say. Because, yeah, this is, yeah. That's stall for you, right? Ledian 6-0 is very entertaining. Yeah. Don't hate on the Ledian 6-0. It's going to happen any day now. Don't worry. There's actually a glitch in Gen 7 where Clefable got Revival Blessing as a 5th move, and he's going to Revival Blessing Dragonite, and then the 6-0 is going to happen. Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to retire if you get 6-0'd by Ledian, honestly. Just like Silk Song. Bang! Oh my gosh, he stayed in on the Giga Drain? That's nuts. Dude, what was the opponent thinking? He just said, screw it, take my Politoed. Yes, we got clickbaited SCDs. But I trust Ski that he wouldn't lie to us. And I think probably the real 6-0 is not only the friends we made along the way, but the fact that all the guys gotta live is what I'm guessing. Oh, it's a tough magic bounce. And that's also a tough magic bounce. But I guess you were also anticipating maybe a Clefable switch out there. Eviolite finally gets knocked off, dude. Took long enough. Holy cow. The fact that you reserved it for that long, though, is pretty impressive. The 6-0 is the One Piece. That's good. That's really good. That's really funny. Alright, there we go. Got the defog off. Will-O-Wisp happens, of course. Yeah, SCDs, that is objectively true. That is objectively true. I'm pretty sure literally every single slightly offensive Pokemon, though, probably does. you know. Oh, Sludge Bomb here. Bang! Oh, that's such a nasty crit, Ski. Come on, man. That's such a BS crit, and you know it. It was Clefable out of left. It was Wish. It had plenty left. What was he doing, bro? Yo, opponent was kind of ass for that play, I'm not going to lie. Alright, we're back to knockoff spamming. Recover, knock off, protect, knock, 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 protect, knock, 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 recover. Yo, he still has 10 recovers left, dude. Ledian is good. Oh no, dude. Saying that on turn 162 is crazy. That's awesome. And your opponent's like really just winding. He's stalling out the clock too. That's actually so disgusting. Peak Mega. I just want to hit this. Peak Mega Sableye Gaming. It really is. It really is. This is an average Mega Sableye Ditto matchup in Gen 7. Probably the only thing keeping me from saying Gen 7's to like a goated metagame. Because it's stupid. Stupid Sableye. Gigatrain's probably going to heal you back all the way. Yeah, there you go. Alright, Sableye comes back out. And Seismic Toss, which obviously you can't be hit by. Knockoff. Seismic, Will-O-Wisp, Seismic here on Ledian. Do you have Roost on Ledian though? Because like if you have Roost, yep, it was, yep, it's Roost, yep. This is a no stall team that he's using too. Really? Huh. Seismitoad's kind of weird on it. I don't know how to feel about that. Well, I mean, hey, I guess if it works, it works. Yours is a known stall team too with Ledian, right, Ski? Of course. Oh my gosh. Are we going to hit to your turn 200? Alright, there he goes. Out of Scarm. Scarm gets knocked. Just kidding, it was already knocked. Sableye protects on the Roost. What is the purpose of Ledian, Ski? Is it literally just for like the BM? Just for the swagger? Fighting demons on the shitter right now and I'm still watching this live. Yo, STDs, you're a real one for that. You're so real for that, bro. There's not a better place to watch. Hey, that's my gameplay right there that you're on. Oh, shoot. Ledian gets defog? I would have never guessed that. So wait, is Ledian's set then just defog, U-turn, Roost? What was the last move? I don't even know if you use it or not. No, you're not going crazy. I'm actually shocked you can hear the cicadas. No, you're definitely... Yeah, they're loud. They get loud out here, man. No, you're not going crazy. Can you hear my PC fan then as well? I forget. Ah, it's okay. See if we can get to turn 200. Thunderwave himself. Good play, Gigiotto. I guess that makes sense so Will-O-Wisp can stop. I think so. I can hear like both. Ooh. That's a tough look, fellas. I apologize. We'll need a... I need to put a denoise on OBS. That's on me. I need to put a denoise on OBS. We'll get that taken care of for the hashtag next one. Alright. Ledian still getting shipped. And by getting shipped, I mean it's clawing its way back to HP. Because there's no heavy-duty boots this generation. Yep, another U-turn. We may never see Ledian's last move. Alright. We have broke turn 200, folks. Low-key Drain Punch on Ledian would be so huge right there. Low-key, it actually would, though. That's a great point. Drain Punch would actually be so huge in this matchup because of dumbass Chansey. Heavy duty boots with a mistake changed my mind. I'm not going to change your mind. I 1000% agree with that. Like in concept, it's a great idea, right? Like it saves Charizard, it saves Ledian. Like in concept, it's not a bad idea. The problem is when you're playing 6v6 singles, every single person wears them on their Pokemon, right? And that's when it's like bad, right? And like I've made this argument many a time, but like hazards have a place in the metagame. There's a reason hazards exist. To completely circumvent them is like ungodly, right? T-Wave or knockoff. Yeah, that makes sense. Great take, Ski. Great take. It's 5 fat Pokemon and Sweeper. Exactly, Misko. Exactly. 5 heavy duty boots guys, and then 1 choice scarf for choice specs or choice banded guy. Or setup sweeper. Which might also have boots, mind you. Like, if boots could just be, like, put on, like, the main guys, like Charizard and stuff. Oh, finally, he gave up at turn 222. Good lord. This could have gone on another 100 games, by the way. Which is the craziest part. But Ski, I'm so certain I've watched this replay before. I'm pretty sure you've shared this one before because it was just so iconic. Letty and the Sweeper on this team we watch, and yeah, facts. Hey, that was a beautiful 6-0 though. That Giga Drain play on Seismitoad was absolute cinema. Absolute. Yeah, the mouse scroll wheel too. Dude, everything is so loud here. Maybe I need to invest in a new mic. Maybe that's the next investment because I just got a new computer, new monitor. I got a new headset like somewhat recently, like a year ago. So like the headset's still fine. Actually, it wasn't even a year ago. It's like 3 to 6 months ago. The mouse is still going strong though, so that doesn't need replaced. The keyboard's fine. The keyboard's relatively new too. I think the keyboard was actually a Christmas gift. The mouse pad I've had for like a decade, but that mouse pad, my mouse pad's iconic. So I got that at like a gamer party. So middle school. It was fun times. See, the mic sounds good though. My problem with it is it just picks up everything. And the other problem with it is it doesn't have a pop filter. And I'm very bad at popping my P's. Like, I'm very, very bad about it. And I wisp a lot too. Like right there, you could hear it. So I would like a mic with a pop filter. Or if there's some way to install a pop filter on a Blue Snowball mic, I will find a way to do it. Because, like, when I go back and watch the recordings, like, my voice is, like, it might not bother other people as much. Like, it's probably just a me issue. But, like, that wisp sound, it, like it tickles something in my eardrum that, like, makes me erratic. Like, it doesn't even, like, personally, like, it doesn't bother me. But something in my eardrum, it just, like, rattles it wrong, you know? I have no idea what you're talking about. That's okay, Misko. Okay, well, that makes me feel better, though, that it's just, like, a me problem and hopefully not, like, an everyone else problem. I had a list when I was younger, but I don't know, just... Yeah, I used to have braces, and I had braces for a very, very long time, like 5 years or something. And I feel like that permanently altered, like, the way I talk and the way I hold spit and project spit. Yeah, that probably explains, like, everything, honestly. Everything wrong. Dude, I hated braces. Yeah, braces were the worst, man. I don't even wear my retainer anymore. I'm like, actually a horrible son for that, because my parents spent so much money on my braces, and now I'm just like, nope, don't want to wear my retainer anymore. I'm sick of it. Hey, if you need a new mouse pad SCDs, I highly recommend HyperX, the XL. That's what I'm running with. Plenty of space, not too invasive to the rest of your desk, in my opinion. Like, it's like big, but it's not like too big, you know. And this is literally lasted me 10 years. It's been so good and so consistent. So I would highly recommend that. Okay, fellas. Mr. Miles is a plant. It's a planta. Don't listen to him. Yeah, no. Whenever I go back home and I have to use like a tiny mouse pad, it pisses me off. Like, I purposely bring my mouse pad places now just because of it. Because I hate tiny mouse pads. Okay, fellas, I am about to fall asleep, like, standing up here. So we're gonna finish. How many guys do we have? Espathor, Dio, A, Dio, Chiyu, Xianpao, Bax, Arch, Annihilate. Okay, that's 8. Okay, I'm gonna finish Espathra. Who is the last Pokemon we need on this mock Espathra team? Keep playing music. Who's the last guy we need? And then we're gonna call it a day, and we're gonna do 3 live streams instead of 2. Because I'm literally about to fall asleep. You know what? You know what? Good with me. Good with me. I will let you pick the Bruxish. Okay, guys, there we go. Eight Pokemon down for our mock draft ideas. I'm hoping this is going to be somewhat of a valuable resource. Why is Bruxish on 3 teams? I don't know, STDs. Why is Bruxish on 3 teams? It's not like there's someone in my chat suggesting to put Bruxish on every single team. Love you, STDs. Good night to you as well. Yeah, we're going to get off. And, okay, I'll wait, Ski. I'll wait. Bruxish to go. I agree. Bruxish is... I actually have so much fun when I use Bruxish. Good night to you too, Misco. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. No shot, Ski. Are you serious? Yo, send that in chat right now. Send that to... Or not chat. Send that into Discord. I will 100,000% use it soon. I already have my video for tomorrow, so I don't need it for tomorrow, but... For like 2 days from now, yeah, I'll need that. What time is your time zone? My time zone is CDT, Central Daylight Time. Yeah, I know. I gave it to you a while back on a post. It's good too. You know, I might have, the Veluza could have... Yo, Veluza wishes it was half of what Bruxish is. Stops Rillaboom? Ooh. Okay. I honestly might have used this team already, Ski. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'll use it again. I don't give a shit. I'll use it again. Oh, we live near? Oh, sick. Yeah, I'm like Midwest. Are you No, you're Mountain Time, aren't you, Misco? Did I read that correct from earlier? Dude, you're in Illinois? That's so funny. I'm actually in Skeets from Jersey. Okay, we need to find the midpoint between all 4 of us right now and, like, go there. Like, right now. Well, I'm gonna sleep first, but we'll go there tomorrow. Thoughts? Edelland? Like Seattle? You're what? I thought you were Mountain Time, Misco. I can walk. Alright, bet. We should all just meet in Chicago. That's probably like a decent like central point actually. Chicago. Do you want me to pick you up on the way? STDs. Eagle Land. Oh. Yeah, Chi-Town. Gah. Oh, you're from Europe. Okay, I totally missaw who was from Mountain Time then. Holy cow. Wow, I totally got that wrong. Dude, I haven't been to Chicago since I was, my parents used to live there. Like, when I was, like, 4 or 5. We had to meet in the ocean? I guess so. Alright, I'll meet y'all in the Bermuda Triangle. Eagle Land. Yeah. Are you just saying America in general as Eagle Land, or like Philadelphia specifically? What if we see a Bruxish? Dude, we probably will see a Bruxish. Alright, I'll let you adopt the first ones. Thoughts? Is everyone cool with that? Is everyone cool with letting SCDs adopt the first Bruxish? Okay, cool. Oh, no kidding, Ski? Dang, bro. If you're 20 minutes away from Philly, I was probably so close to you when I was living in DC, because I made a trip to New York for the day. I don't know if you knew me then, though. That was over 2 years ago now. Damn, bro. Missed a meetup opportunity. Bro, I don't even recognize half the states. It's okay, Misco. But you're correct. I am Eagle Land. SCD gets a Bruxish. Yeah, I will personally like capture a Bruxish for you, SCD. I think you deserve that. Chester, Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I went to New York for 2 days too. Nice. Yeah, dude. My not to make this all about me, but since we're talking about going there, I went. So I was living in DC for the summer 2 years ago. You guys know that. Or if you're following me, then you knew that. But I was I hope the music hasn't been too loud tonight, by the way. I totally meant to ask about that in the first 10 minutes of the stream, and then I never did. So, hopefully it's been okay, the sound mixing. I went from, I took an Amtrak's, which is basically, for the Europeans, it's basically our train system, but it's like super slow. It's like, it goes like 70 miles per hour. I took one of those at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Went to New York, spent the entire day in New York, and I left New York at like 11 p.m. and took it all the way back to DC. That was the sketchiest. I was at the not Georgetown dorms. I was at the George Washington dorms. Let me tell y'all, that was the sketchiest. Like, I didn't walk. I took a scooter, but it was so sketchy getting from the tram station back to the dorms. It was like so sketchy. Wait, I don't want your trains? I thought your train system was like really good though. I recognize Texas and Florida. Those are the only two you need to know, man, honestly. And maybe California. And maybe New York. Yeah, that is low-key long. You've been here for a while, STDs. You've been here a while. And I truly do appreciate you always interacting with my content. I really do. It does mean a lot to me, like, seeing your comments every time. Seeing, like, it's like, sometimes I don't know how to respond to them, though, because I'm like, I don't know how many ways you can respond to Bruxious in, like, a funny way, and I'm just afraid I'm, like, repeating myself. Have I ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? I played it, like, maybe twice when I was in middle school, or it might have even been elementary school. So I haven't picked that game up in a minute. The COD zombies watching you. No, that's literally what it felt like, though, dude. I almost got ran over too, because my scooter like wouldn't like start at one point, and I basically like was in the middle of like oncoming traffic, and like the scooter wouldn't go, so I almost got ran over at one point. Oh my gosh, dude, that was a mess, dude. And my dad had to like call me on the day that I was taking off for it too, because like I was dead asleep, bro. You don't even have to reply. I like to comment. That's good to know. I appreciate that, C's. Part of it's a me issue though too, because I always feel obligated to like respond to people, you know, because like that's my way of like reciprocating. Like, hey, you comment on my stuff and I appreciate that, so I want to like reach back out to you. You know what I mean? But that's good to know. Yeah, sometimes I do just leave a heart for that reason though. Don't worry, I'm gonna post Brushes after this. I'm update too. I bet ski bet. You should do a let's play of Super Mystery Dungeon I watch. If there is a safe emulator out there, I would not be opposed to that. Because it's kind of... Because the Insurgents is basically dead at this point, guys. I don't think I'm ever going to finish that run. I did transfer the files from my old computer to the new one, though. So I do still have my save file. But, like, I don't think I'm ever going to finish that on stream. Hey, thank you, STDs. Thank you. Unfortunately, there is no Bruxious in it. So, that is kind of unfortunate. But, you know. we'll get Bruxious in soon. Whiskey posting the Bruxious team. Dude, I'm like so nervous with my upload schedule. Oh my goodness. Because I'm going to be gone this weekend. Or just on Saturday. And then Sunday's the draft. Maybe we'll just call the live stream my upload for the day, honestly. You gotta pick Oshawott. Oh, 100% I will be. 100% I will be. I gotta. It's funny, though. I actually like Piplup, like, infinitely more than Oshawott. Actually, not infinitely more. Maybe just, like, 10 times more. I'm a big Piplup guy, though. Oshawott's, like... The whole reason my channel is all based around Duwat is simply because when I played Minecraft, I was, like, using, like, a skin stealer website or whatever. And there was a sick-ass Duwat skin, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to be Duwat. That's literally how I got Mr. 502. That's the origin story of Mr. 502. The wrong opinion? Oh, no. Power Trip Hiplup? Oh my gosh, that was like my first upload since the hiatus. Dude, no way. That's crazy. Yo. You real as fuck for that. My first one was Cyndaquil, my favorite starter mug. Yeah, those are both great choices. I love Cyndaquil too. I always pick Cyndaquil in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Always pick Cyndaquil. Love that dude. I think I usually pick Mudkip as well for my Gen 3 runs. No kidding. I low-key run Drift Minecraft skin. I'm gonna become Mr. Season 5. Mr. Season 5 is funny. Dude, I love the Drift Fortnite skin, dude. That skin rocks, dude. It's gotta be like top 5 designs in that game of all time. First game was the OG Gold version. Dude, I think my first game... No. I think my first game was even earlier. I think I had like the OG blue and yellow. Back in 2000? Oh, dude, I wasn't even alive back in 2000. You got me beat there. You've never played Minecraft, Misko? Oh, you gotta, bro. You gotta. That shit's a blast. Calamity is the best, but I might be... No. Rip the jiggle physics. That's a great take. Rip jiggles. Hashtag real ones now. My first game was Diamond before I could read, I think. Dude, that's so funny. Now that I think about it, like, how hard would Pokemon be, like, if you couldn't read? Like, you just have to make, like, an association with, like, this color is good against that color guy. Oh, my goodness. That'd be such a trip, like, playing a game where you couldn't, like, understand any of the words. Someone should make a game like that. I guess you could just, like, make that... I guess you could just, like, switch the language. So maybe this is just stupid. I don't know. First, like, Plat, Diamond, Pearl. I had... Yeah. That's sick. I had Diamond and Plat, too. Those games were so good. I actually just started playing on a Minecraft forum with my friends. Which, obviously, I haven't gotten to play a whole lot of that because of the YouTube stuff. But it's okay. Turtwig in Gen 4. That's what my younger brother picked, Turtwig. He was a big Turtwig guy, and I was a big Piplup guy. Which is a little unfortunate because Chimchar is like one of 2 fire types you can pick. So like you're kind of forced to pick Ponyta. If you don't pick Charmander. There are those kind of... Oh, really? There are those kind of games? Huh. I'm gonna have to check them out, though. That sounds kind of fun. I played Moon in Spanish, but I swear it was a completely different Spanish dialect. I was so lost. Oh, that's funny. Tepig in 5, but I never played in game after that. I think I picked Tepig in Black and White, in Black 2, and I picked Asha in the OG Black. There are a lot of Spanish dialect. I never knew that. That's interesting. I assume there's like, it's like different, like, it just like regionality wise. The Chilean one is like speaking gibberish. No, I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm going to have to look up the different Spanishes after this. That's funny. Alrighty, folks. I think I'm going to call it a night. If anyone has any final thoughts, speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, I thought I could speak Spanish, but when I use that one, I was so confused. I'll get you. I came back after Black and White 2 and X and Y and Oraz was out and only knew about Black and 1. I was so confused. That's funny. Yeah. X and Y and Oraz were actually really good, though. I actually really enjoyed them, even though they were a very easy game. Yes, tomorrow's stream. Unless I, like, pass out the entire day after this baseball game, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Good night to you, too, Goat. Good night, Ski. Good night, Mr. 507. That's actually a sick-ass spelling of my name, though. I'm not going to lie. Hey, good night to you, too. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow, Misko. Alrighty, folks. We're going to end it here. I will see you guys next time. I'm just going to click around so I know when to end the stream. Alright. Peace out.